Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all doing? So I am back with another lesson today, okay? So a very good morning, all the SM publicans. And are you all taking care of all the necessary SOPs, huh? Are you all doing what you're supposed to be doing for the coronavirus thing? I hope you are. So you have to be safe from coronavirus infection and you have to be smart to inform yourself about it. And you have to be kind and support one another, okay? That means you have to take care of everybody around you and yourself a lot, okay? So, this is the grammar book that we always refer to. So, come on now, take out your grammar books. Today, we will be starting our topic collective nouns on page number 7 and compound nouns on page number 8, okay? So hurry up, take out your books, open them up to page number 7. The first topic that we have today is collective nouns. But before we begin our topic, let's have a review from our last topic. What were we doing last time? Remember? Now, we did parts of a speech, okay? And the part of a speech that we picked to discuss in detail was our noun, right? We are doing noun here, okay? So you all can see that we are doing nouns here. Noun, okay? What was noun? Noun is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, idea, okay? Now, there were how many types of nouns? Can you tell me? Hmm? The types of nouns? Yes, the abstract and concrete noun. What was the difference between abstract and concrete nouns? Abstract nouns and concrete nouns. Abstract nouns are words that refer to entities that we cannot feel with our five senses. That means things that we cannot touch or we cannot see, but they exist, like trust, love, knowledge, okay? Happiness, courage, okay? Bravery. These are all the abstract nouns, and the concrete nouns, on the other hand, can be detected and felt with our five senses. Now, everything around us except the things that we cannot touch are the concrete nouns, okay? So, you understand the difference between abstract and concrete nouns? Okay. Proper and common nouns. Now, this was another type of noun that there are either proper nouns or common nouns. Now, what are they? As you all know, a noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. A proper noun will be like Mrs. Smith. The first letter will be capitalized, and this is the name of a specific person or a particular thing, okay? A proper noun. Whereas a common noun can be anything in general and it is not capitalized, like a pencil, tree, car, dog. Okay, remember? City. But if I'm talking about a city and I say specifically Karachi, so city will be a common noun and Karachi will be a proper noun. So you all remember all of this from the last classes we have had? Okay, children, so let's move on. Are you all ready? Have you all opened up your books? Okay, so collective nouns. What are collective nouns? Now, as we can see in the word collective, that means it's a collection, it's a group, right? So, what is the definition? A collective noun is a noun of a group of people or things all of one kind. Okay, so you all understand this now very well. What is a proper noun? Oh, what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a name of a group. It can be a group of people or a group of things, but they should all be of the same kind. That means if I'm talking about sheep, then I'm talking about sheep only. I cannot have goats in it. If I'm talking about ships, then I'm talking about ships only. I cannot include other vehicles like cars and trucks into it. Okay. If I'm talking about people, then I will only talk about people. I will not include animals or things into it. Okay? Let's see the examples. A bunch of flowers. Now it can be any flowers, but when you put them together, it's a bunch of flowers. Okay? So this bunch word here underlined is a very collective noun. A fleet of ship. That means if you have many ships coming along together, we'll say there's a fleet of ships heading towards the city or towards the port. So fleet is our collective noun here. Now, these words are a little typical and you need to know them. You cannot just interchange them and put the wrong collective noun in place of another, okay? Sometimes we are using these collective nouns commonly. Sometimes we need to actually learn them, okay? So let's have a look at this chart here. A dynasty of kings. So if there are many kings ruling one after another, we'll say it's a dynasty of kings. Tribe of natives. The people living in one place are called a tribe. A draft of lecturers, okay? A pack of thieves. A flock of tourists. Now we also have a flock of one more thing. What is it? We have a flock of birds also, okay? Now, usually this also happens that we are using the same word for two or three things. For example, flock, as I told you, a flock of tourists as well and a flock of birds as well. A team of workers. Now it's a team of workers. It can also be a team of players, okay? A choir of singers. Now, singers can also have a choir and singers can also have a band, okay? A band of singers or a choir of singers. A giggle of girls, a class of students, a circle of friends, a colony of penguins, a pride of lions. So you have a lot of lions living together, usually together. It's called a pride of lions. Okay, so you all understand what are collective nouns? Okay, let's move on. So if you open up your book on page number 7, you will see this definition. A collective noun is a name of a group of people or things all of one kind. Examples, a flock of sheep, a herd of cows, bunch of grapes. Now it can be a bunch of bananas as well, a bunch of flowers as well. So this bunch is a word that can be used as a collective noun for different things, okay? Got it? Okay, so if we see the first exercise on page number 7, write the phrases below, choosing a collective noun from the box to fill each space. Okay, so here they have given you the collective noun names, and you have to actually fill in here with the correct kind of the collective noun that should be used. Now I have done some for you as example. The rest you have to do by yourself. Okay. So a flock of locusts. What are locusts? Nowadays we are hearing a lot about them. You know them? It's the tidbidal that we say, the group of locusts that is attacking the fields in Pakistan nowadays. So the group of locusts is called a flock. Okay, a flock of locusts. A bunch of flowers, a litter of puppies, a band of musicians, pack of wolves. Okay, so I've done 5 for you. From 6 to 10 you have to find out the other 5 collective nouns from here, and you have to fill in here. And then what you have to do is you have to do exercise A, page number 7 in your language copy. Okay, and you all know that I want a very neat and tidy work in the copies. Okay, so let's move on. Exercise B, page number 7. Write this passage, use collective nouns to fill the spaces. Now, you have to actually think and find which collective noun will fill this place appropriately, okay? For example, I have done it for the first 2 for you. A crowd of people were pouring into the local cricket field to see 2 teams of players competing for the cup. Now I've done it till here. You have to continue from here. That a dash of birds circled overhead. Now what will come here? A dash of birds, what would it be? A flock of birds, exactly. In circled overhead, the college principal was to present the cup and she received a what of flowers? A bunch of flowers. The dash was restless with excitement. Now, what was restless with excitement? The crowd again. The crowd was restless with excitement, and small people were chatting and jumping about like a dash of monkeys. Now, for monkeys, what is it? It's a troop of monkeys. TROOP. Troop. Troop of monkeys. Then the teams ran out from the pavilion up the dash of steps. What is it? It's a staircase of steps, and the match began. Okay, so I have given you the written example of two and I have discussed this exercise with you. What I expect from you is that you will complete exercise B, page 7 in your language copy again. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so write the collective nouns of these. Now you have to give the collective nouns for these words. Now this is what? It's a group of bananas, right? This is a pile of books. This is cards. These are tools and these are lions. Now I can give you some hints that there are some of them that we have already discussed in the previous slide. So if you don't find the word, look in the slides for it. Now there are 5 different groups shown in this exercise. Like for example, a set of tools. Now you have tools here. A group of tools is called a set, okay? Then you have cards here. A group of cards is called a pack, okay? A pack of cards. 3 are not done. You have to do them by yourself. So you have to complete exercise C, page number 7 in your language copy. So you all understand what are collective nouns now? Collective noun is a word that we give to a group of people or things all of the same kind, okay? You see, these all are bananas. They all look exactly alike. These are all books. Now, it can be different kinds of books. No worries. It can be a dictionary, an encyclopedia, a literature book. But when I put them together, they become a group, okay? Similarly, here we have different kinds of tools. They're not all the same, right? I have a screwdriver, I have a hammer, and I can see this is, I think, an next kind of a thing is more. But all of them together make up a group, and it's called a set of tools, okay? So is this lesson clear to you? Shall we move on? Okay, so let's move on. Now turn your page to page number 8. We are on compound nouns. Now what are compound nouns? Any idea? What do you think are compound nouns? Can you think of what are compound nouns? Okay, a compound noun is a single noun made up of 2 or more words. Now, when we put 2 words together to form one word, it becomes a compound noun. Okay, for example, sea. Now, sea is the big sea that we have, and food is something that we eat. So, when I put together sea and food, it becomes seafood. Seafood is like prawns, lobsters, and what else? Fishes. Okay, so all of this is seafood. Now, these compound nouns can be written in 3 different ways. The first way is with the spaces, that is ice and cream. So I put a space in between them and I say ice cream, but this ice cream is my one word. Although if I look at it, ice is something different, cream is something different. But when I'm putting them together, it becomes one word. What? Ice cream. Similarly, swimming pool, bus stop, living room. Now, all of these are different two nouns that are put together and they become one. But I put a space in between them. So this is one way of writing a compound noun. Now, the second one we have here is without spaces. Like seafood we have here. Similarly, classmate, greenhouse, grasshopper, lifespan. Okay. This is another way. Now, the third way that we have is when we put these small hyphens in between. We can also call them a little bit of like dash kind of a thing that we put in between, and we form one word like mother-in-law, dry cleaning, self-confidence, merry-go-round. You know what is a merry-go-round? When you go to different parks, the amusement parks, and you have this kind of a ride where you have horses and carts and they go round and round. This is called the merry-go-round. Okay. So now you all understand what compound nouns. That means a single noun made up of 2 or more words. When you put them together, either with a space or without a space or with hyphens, it's called a compound noun. Okay. Let's move on. So let's try out these. So butter, fly, key, chain, water, fall, ice, cream, rain, bow, bath, tub, gold, fish, water, melon, news, paper, wheel, chair, ear, ring, tooth, brush, washing machine, ash, tray, rubbish, can, mush, room, see, saw, sauce, pan. Okay, so I have just given you a very clear idea of what compound nouns are. I hope there must not be any confusions regarding the compound nouns. If you have, go through these examples, you will understand very well what we are talking about. Okay, so let's begin. You all have opened up page number 8 in your copies or in your books. Okay, so compound nouns. A compound noun is a noun formed by joining two nouns together. Example, a matchbox is a box of matches. Or we have a tablecloth is a cloth for the table here, right? So, okay. So what we have here, we have exercise A, make different compound nouns from the list by joining any two suitable nouns together. So there are how many words given here? 32 words given here, and we have to at least mix 30 of them to combine 15 nouns to get compound nouns, okay? For example, I'm giving you here armchair. So I combine this arm to, which word here? I combine arm to chair. So arm and chair become armchair. The second one, ball room. I combine ball to room and it becomes a ballroom. The third one, bird house. Okay, so I combine bird and house and they form bird house. Fourth one, black board. So I combine black and board and it becomes blackboard. Now what you have to do is you have to do exercise A, page number 8 in your language copy. So you have to find out what are the other compound words you can make out of here, right? For example, we can have, if I tell you one more, it will be life, what? Guard, life and guard, lifeguard, right? Tea, tea, tea will go with what? Pot, right? So tea and pot, okay? Tea, pot. This is the way you're going to make them. Other way you can have what? Wall, paper. Wall and paper go together and form wallpaper, okay? So this is the way you have to do exercise A. Okay, exercise B, page number 8. Find 11 compound nouns in this passage. Now there are 11 compound nouns given in this passage and you have to just give them a sequence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and write them down. For example, wicket keeper. Now I have it here. Rais Khan was a wicket keeper. So wicket keeper is my first compound noun for the school cricket team. His mother was a school teacher. Now the another one I have here is the school teacher, and she always made him do his homework. So the third one we have here is the homework properly. He lived in the schoolhouse. Schoolhouse is another word. And walked to school each day along the footpath. Okay, right? So now from the next, I've given you 5. There are 6 more here that you have to find out and you have to write them down. Okay, so you have to complete this exercise B, page number 8 in your language copy. Okay, let's move on. Exercise C, page number 8. Write a compound noun to name each of these pictures. Now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pictures given, and you have to write the compound nouns for each one of them. Okay. Now, for example, the first one is very easy. Policeman. Okay, he's a policeman. Screwdriver. This is a screwdriver. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you only 2 right now, and you have to find another 6 by yourself. Okay. Try to find them out. Don't worry, we'll discuss them in the class once you're back. Just don't worry if you can't find it. Try. Okay. Make sure you try. So you have to do exercise C, page number 8 in your language copy. Very good. Got it? So is it all clear what is a compound noun? A compound noun is when we have a noun formed by joining two nouns together. Okay, we put together two words and we make one noun, then it becomes a compound noun. So let's have a quick review of today's lesson. What did we learn today? We learned first the collective noun. A collective noun is the name of a group of people or things all of one kind. For example, a flock of sheep or a bunch of grapes. Okay? So collective noun is a group's name. The second thing we learned today was a compound noun. So a compound noun is a noun formed by joining two nouns together. For example, matchbox, tablecloth. Okay? So I hope collective noun and compound noun is totally clear to you people and you have understood them well. Okay? So I hope there are no confusions now. Clear? Okay, so this is the way you have to do your copy work. We have done 1, 2, and 3 serial number. Today we have done number 4. Our first topic was parts of a speech definitions. Then the second topic was nouns, and the third was proper and common nouns. And now today we are going to make our index like this. We're going to put collective nouns, exercise A, B, and C, page number 7. Compound nouns, exercise A, B, and C, page number 8. Okay. And again, I would say do your copy work very neatly, very nicely, and very tightly. I like nice, clean copies because they give a very good impression of yourself. Okay. So do your work very neatly and very nicely. Okay. And so I hope that you all understood today's lesson well. I hope there are no confusions till now. We are doing what? We are doing nouns so far. First, we discussed parts of a speech. Now we have picked up one specific part of a speech that is a noun, and we are actually working on it. That is, we discussed abstract concrete nouns, common proper nouns, collective nouns, compound nouns. Okay? So these are all actually types of nouns that we are discussing. So inshallah, I hope you must not be having any difficulties. And if you have, go through the lesson again, go through the lecture again, and your difficulty will go away. So take very good care of yourself and keep praying, keep helping each other, and make sure you act smartly and intelligently in this difficult time. Waiting to see you all back to school and waiting for very good copy work from you people. Allah Hafiz.